Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. This is the National Football League.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Lambeau. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who'll be calling the plays under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really, and he works free. Uses the stiff arm. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And all the way down to the 26. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Snyder. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. From the gun, Snyder. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Snyder. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Waddle there to make the grab. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kamara now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, at Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Snyder. Looking sideline, incomplete. Pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Snyder. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. There's the stiff arm. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And here's Kamara on the read option. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Jackson now. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vikings head out to take over once again, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Vikings first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the handoff, Taylor. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Second and 11 now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
The tackle made by Whitney Merciless. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Snyder. And that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On 3rd down, Snyder. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Joseph's got it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point. Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the option right is Jackson. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 31. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will knot us up at 10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Snyder. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to number 88. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Vikings.
Set, ready, 10 black.
First and 10, Taylor now. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 57 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw on 2nd down. Snyder over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Off-play action. Snyder going up top. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Snyder. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Snyder, and that will be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He'll buy some time right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Jackson rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. On 1st down, Snyder. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now a man open down the middle of the field. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Snyder got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun. Snyder, another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 3. To throw is Jackson. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
This is unbelievable.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman.